The kingdom of Nambola lay between rolling savannas and deep forests where the sun painted the earth red at dusk. It was a prosperous land, ruled for decades by King Mwanga the Lion, a man both feared and respected. On the night his first son was born, the palace drums beat in celebration. Women ululated. Fires burned bright. Elders gathered beneath the sacred fig tree to read the signs of the child's destiny. But as the baby cried for the first time, the wind shifted. The oldest seer, Mama Sefiu, froze mid-chant. Her blind eyes widened. This child, she whispered, will break the line of kings. He will rule without ruling. King Mwanga demanded answers. Is this child a curse? Mama Sefiu shook her head slowly. No, my king. He is a mirror. He will show the people who they truly are. In fear of prophecy and power, the king made a terrible choice. Before dawn, the royal nurse Nyasha was ordered to take the infant away. Not to kill him, but to abandon him where fate would decide. Nyasha wept as she fled into the bush, carrying the prince wrapped in royal cloth. At the edge of the wilderness, beneath a thorny acacia tree, she placed the child down. She pressed a carved ivory pendant into his tiny palm, the symbol of Nambola's royal bloodline. Forgive us, she whispered. Then she ran, her sob swallowed by the grass. The bush did not reject him. At sunrise, an old hunter named Tawanda found the crying child while checking his traps. Tawanda named the boy Kolenzi, meaning the one who remains. Kolenzi grew among tall grass and open skies. He learned to walk on hot earth, to drink from gods, to listen before speaking. Tawanda taught him survival, but also something deeper. One afternoon, while Kolenzi dreamed at near death, in his fever, he dreamed of an old woman with blind eyes, Mama Sefiu. You stand between two worlds, she told him. One of blood, one of earth. When he woke up, he sat thinking about it. As he grew into a man, Kolenzi became known as a mediator. He settled disputes, guided travelers, and protected waterholes. His voice was calm, but people listened as if commanded. One day, a royal caravan entered the bush. At its head was General Bekari, commander of Nambola's army, now grey and weary. The kingdom was failing. King Mwanga was dead. The throne was empty. An elder woman traveling with them stared at Kolenzi and dropped to her knees. It is him, she gasped. The crescent birthmark, the eyes. Nyasha, the nurse, had returned. Trembling, she showed him records, the matching pendant, the truth of his birth. You are Prince Kolenzi of Nambola, she said through tears. The last rightful heir. The news spread like fire. Villagers gathered. Warriors knelt. That night, Kolenzi went to his adopted father, who also told him the truth that he's not his father. Walked alone into the bush. He touched the trees that raised him. He remembered hunger, kindness, silence, and freedom. He remembered how kings commanded, but the bush taught. At dawn, he returned to the gathered crowd. I will not take the throne, he said. Gasps echoed. A throne separates a man from the earth, Kolenzi continued. But I belong to the earth. I will serve the people here, where the forgotten live. General Bekari bowed. So be it, he said. You are a prince, even without a crown. Kolenzi remained. He became known as the Bush King. He organized trade paths, protected wildlife, trained healers, and taught children the old ways. Kings rose and fell in Nambola, but peace flowed from the bush outward. Years later, Mama Sefiu's final words were remembered. He will rule without ruling. And when elders speak at night, they say, if you walk the bush with respect, if you listen more than you speak, you may still feel him there. The abandoned prince, who chose the land over the crown.